I want y'all to follow my Instagram at code.manxx. This is my Instagram, y'all, code.manxx, guys. All right. So let's get into it. We got 9 signs of a weak man. Never become this kind of man, bro. All right. So first of all, you hit that like button, y'all, that share button, y'all subscribe to the channel. And also, too, man, donate, guys. All right. So we're finna get into it, man. Number one, you are hating on other men, guys. This is a sign that you are a weak man. When you hating on other men, you know what I'm saying? You can't stand to see other men become successful. You know, you can't stand to see other men getting opportunities that's gonna benefit him financially or benefit him spiritually. You know what I'm saying? This is a sign of a weak man. You know what I'm saying? A lot of guys out here, they like this, guys. They hating on other men for whether if you hating on other men for working harder than you. Like, it's a lot of men out here that's doing that. Got a problem with other men because they working harder than them. Like, bro, that's not masculine energy. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, a lot of guys out here, they raised by their mothers. You know what I'm saying? So they get that jealous spirit from their mother. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm thankful that I was raised by both of my parents. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, guys, and I'm not saying just all guys that's raised by single mothers like that. It's some guys raised in two-parent households. You know, whether if you whether if you in either situation, you shouldn't be hating on other men, man. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, man, I can't be around men that's hating on other men because, like I said, it's not, that's a demonic spirit. You know what I'm saying? You got a problem. You got a problem with a man that you don't even know. You know what I'm saying? That man has done nothing to you. You know what I'm saying? At all. And you already got a problem with him. You know what I'm saying? I can't be around men like that. You know what I'm saying? Because I said that's a low vibration. All right, guys. Number two, guys. Another sign of a weak man. You never become this kind of man. You are a simp. Guys, this is another sign of a weak man. You know what I'm saying? A simp, what he does is he's chasing women, right? A simp is the guy that's afraid to be alone. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that you're going to be alone all the time, right? Because that's not true either, right? But a simp is a guy that just, his whole life is based off of females, right? His whole life is not, he's not putting God first, right? He's not he's not putting himself second. He putting women second, and he putting himself last. You know what I'm saying? This is a sign of a weak man. You know what I'm saying? Because, like I said, a lot of men, they're programmed, they're taught to do this, and what's gonna happen is once you become older, once you get in your 40s, 50s, and 60s and 70s, you're gonna realize, like, man, all that energy I was putting towards women, I could have put towards God, and I could have put towards self-improving my life. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, man, but this is a sign that you are a weak man. You a simp, man. You worry about women too much. You not financially stable. You don't even got your own place, right? But you worrying about women so much. You know what I'm saying? You shouldn't have that on your mind. You supposed to be having God on your mind. You supposed to be having on self-improving your life spiritually and financially. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I had to cut off females. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, guys, I talk to enough females at my job. I know how females is. I talk to them enough. You know what I'm saying? To know how their character is. Every single, you know, when I work, I talk to a whole bunch of females work with me. So I get enough of females. You know what I'm saying? But I cut females off just to focus on myself. You know what I'm saying? Just to get myself financially stable. Just to focus on my spiritual life as well, and my mental health as well, right? And my physical health. So, guys, this is a sign of a weak man. You being a simp. Stop being a simp, man. You know what I'm saying? But if you not where you want to be in life, you're not supposed. Why? There's no point in chasing women. You know what I'm saying? Because you supposed to attract, you know, a partner. You supposed to attract, you know, certain women. This how you supposed to be living, right? You're not supposed to be chasing after nothing, right? You're just supposed to prepare yourself, right? You know what I'm saying? Make sure you looking good, dressing nice when you go out, and all this type of stuff. But other than that, you're supposed to attract guys, all right? Number three, guys, another sign of a weak man, never become this kind of man. You put yourself last. Guys, it's a sign of a weak man. You put yourself last. Like I said, a lot of guys, they end up putting themselves last. They end up putting everybody before them. You know what I'm saying? They care too much about what people think about them. You know what I'm saying? This is a sign that you don't know your worth. You know what I'm saying? When you put yourself last as a man, and you putting other people before you, right? You supposed to worship no other God except God. You know what I'm saying? You supposed to put nobody else before God or you. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the spiritual order that God got the spiritual realm as, right? So you guys gotta understand that, man. It's supposed to be God first and then you second. But a lot of guys, they put themselves last, right? You're gonna sacrifice your finances for a woman. You're gonna sacrifice your finances to make other people happy. Stop trying to make other people happy. That's not your job. You know what I'm saying? It's not your job to try to make the people in your community happy. It's not your job to try to make women happy. They're supposed to be already happy. You know what I'm saying? That's an internal thing. Happiness is internal. You know what I'm saying? They gotta make their own self happy, right? That's not your job. Now I'm not saying don't ever help nobody or nothing like that, but do not put yourself last. Like I said, there's so many guys out here is taught to put themselves last. It's sad. A lot of guys, they put themselves last in relationships and friendships, right? And then once you get older and you realize you allow people to play you, you know what I'm saying? When you could be bettering yourself, right? You could have put that energy towards yourself, to better yourself. You're going to be mad, angry, and upset because you're not where you want to be in life because you put yourself last, right? You trying to please women, you know what I'm saying? Like me personally, I don't live my life for women. I live my life for God. I live my life for me. You know what I'm saying? I don't live my life for women. I'm not trying to satisfy a woman. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to work for a woman. I'm not going to do that. You know what I'm saying? Because that doesn't make sense. I'm playing myself out of my own life experience, trying to satisfy a woman. That's not my job. All right, guys? So, but this is a sign that you are a weak man. You putting yourself last. Stop putting yourself last, guys. All right? Number 4, guys. You complain instead of take action. Guys, that's another sign of a weak man. Never become this kind of man. You complain instead of take action. You got to stop complaining. You got to start taking action. You got to start wanting to better yourself, better your life. Right? You got to want to have a better life. You know what I'm saying? A better health. Right? A better mindset. Right? This is how it's supposed to be, guys. You know what I'm saying? All that complaining, that doesn't mean anything. Nobody feels sorry for a man. I'm just being real. You know, men, we have to grind. You know what I'm saying? We have to go get what we want. You know what I'm saying? A lot of women, men just give women what they want, right? You know what I'm saying? A lot of women, they can just get stuff out of men and get what they want. A lot of men, trick men, you know what I'm saying, try to manipulate men, but those are weak men that they're manipulating and tricking, right? Or women, they can just shake their butt online and get a fan base and create a whole business. They can just do that. They can just blow up in 1 year or a couple of months. We can't just show our muscle as a man and blow up online and create a whole business. We can't do that. You know what I'm saying? So you got to do things that's really beneficial. So, you got to work hard. Men, we got to work extra hard to get what we want to be in life. And a lot of men, they take that for granted. You know what I'm saying? A lot of men, they take their energy for granted when they're young. Like when you in your 20s, bro, you supposed to be grinding. You supposed to be focusing on yourself, your finances, trying to get to where you want to be at. Worrying about, you know what I'm saying, complaining. Worrying about, see, what a lot of guys do is they end up building up a roster of females, right? And they end up getting played by a whole bunch of females in their 20s, and they end up complaining about women a lot, you know what I'm saying, in their 20s because they're not focusing on themselves. You're supposed to be focusing on yourself, right? You can't satisfy a woman. I'm just keeping it real with you. And complaining in general. Nobody cares when a man complains. This is how it is. We gotta be dominant. We gotta have that mindset of just going for what we want. We can't let a lot of stuff distract us as men. And a lot of men in their 20s, especially in their 20s, they allow a lot of stuff to distract them. Females, right? Like I said, a lot of guys focusing on females in their 20s, but they're not where they want to be in life. You know what I'm saying? So that you shouldn't be worried about women. You know what I'm saying? That's how I think about it. But like I said, some guys, they can juggle it. They can worry about women and focus on themselves. If you can do that, that's you. You know what I'm saying? But I'm putting all my energy towards me bettering myself. All right, guys, instead of complaining. Because I don't want to be in my 30s and 40s complaining about the lifestyle I could have had. That's crazy. You know what I'm saying? All I had to do was put in the work. All I had to do was lock in. All I had to do was grind that 5 years of my 20s to ball for the rest of my life. You know what I'm saying? So you guys got to think long term, all right, guys? But it's a sign of a weak man. Never become that type of man that complain. Number 5, guys, you care what others think of you. Guys, this is a sign of a weak man. You care about what other people think about you. You know what I'm saying? This is not going to get you nowhere. You know what I'm saying? When you care about what other people think about you, you end up supplying other people's narcissism. You end up trying to play that nice guy role. When you playing that nice guy role, it's gonna cause a lot of pain. It's gonna cause a lot of suffering in your life. When you playing that nice guy role, you're gonna get used. You're gonna get used as a nice guy. You're gonna get used, man. So when it comes down to you caring about what other people think about you, you gotta forget that. See, when you have that dominant mindset as a man, see, it's men out here, they got dominant mindsets. And it's men out here, they don't have dominant mindsets. The men that don't have dominant mindsets, they care about what other people think about them. I noticed that, guys. You know what I'm saying? They care about what other people think about them. They care about what women think. They be trying to meet women's standards. As a man, you're not supposed to be trying to meet a woman's standards. They supposed to be trying to meet your standards. Like, a lot of y'all guys, y'all be worrying about what women think. But if you care about what women think, bro, you allow women to lead you. Because if you trying to supply their narcissism, if you trying to fulfill their fantasy, you a weak man. You supposed to be trying to fulfill your fantasy. Life's supposed to be about what you want, right? Not about what women want. So you guys can understand that, man. Stop caring about what women think about you. Stop caring about what your friends think. Stop caring about what your parents think, your brothers, your sisters think. Stop caring about what other people think about you. You know what I'm saying? You are in control of your life. Trust me. You are in control of your destiny. You know, the Bible states verbatim, faith without works is dead. You got to put in the work. God ain't going to put in the work for you. You got to care for yourself. You got to care for yourself. Nobody's not going to care for you. All right? So you guys got to understand that as a man. All right, man? Except God, all right? Number 6, guys. Another sign of a weak man never become this type of man. You let others control you. Guys, this is another sign that you are a weak man. You let other people control you. Right? You know what I'm saying? When you letting other people control you, man, this is a sign that you are a weak man. And a lot of you guys, y'all living in lust. Y'all allowing women to control y'all. Y'all listen to these women, oh, you got to do this for me. You got to do that for me. And you guys are doing what women tell y'all to do. That takes you out of your sovereign capacity. That pulls you away from you. That pulls you away from your masculinity. Because you're supposed to be the leader. You're not supposed to be doing what women want. You should not be caring nothing about what women think and what they want. You shouldn't be caring about that as a man. It's about what you want, right? And what God got for your life. So you guys gotta understand that, man. All right? So this is a sign that you are a weak man, man. Stop letting other people control you. You know what I'm saying? You gotta control your mind. That's why God gave you a mind, so you can think. You gotta be that. You gotta think, man, for yourself. And think wise and think spiritual. All right, guys? Number 7, guys. Another sign of a weak man. Another sign of a weak man never become this type of man. You try to fit in. Guys, this is another sign of a weak man. You try to fit in. Stop trying to fit in and stand out. Be yourself. You know what I'm saying? If you don't smoke, if you don't drink, then tell the people that you ain't around you don't smoke, you don't drink. Just because everybody's smoking and drinking, that doesn't mean that you have to do that. Right? Be yourself, man. This is the type of mindset of a strong-minded man that's dominant. Dominant men, they have a strong mind. You know what I'm saying? They don't allow people to influence them to do things that they don't do. They just don't. We just don't do that. So you guys gotta understand that, man. This is a sign of a weak man. Number 8, guys. You worship women, not God. God, this is a sign of a weak man. Never become this type of man. You worship women, not God. Meaning, you putting all your energy towards a woman. This is what you're doing. You're living your life for a woman. You're living your life to put all your energy towards a woman. Right? But God you're supposed to put more energy in God than women. Right? You know what I'm saying? Can't serve 2 masters. But a lot of you guys, y'all doing this because y'all worshiping what's between a woman's legs. You want to get in between a woman's legs so bad. It's sad, guys, that a lot of guys are like this. They worshiping what's between a woman's legs. That's not masculine energy. Like this is what makes a lot of men weak. You know, they worshiping a woman's body. They worshiping how a woman's look, her features, right? They are allowing a woman to manipulate them by their features, by their body, right? A lot of guys are doing this. That's a weak man. You know what I'm saying? You got to see a lot of you guys are being tricked by the woman in a red dress, right? But you tricking yourself with your eyes, because a lot of guys, it's a lot of lust in a lot of guys, right? It ain't, you know, it's It's not spirituality in a lot of guys. A lot of guys not thinking spiritual. They thinking carnal. A lot of you guys thinking carnal, man, about women. Right? So you guys gotta understand it, man. You gotta worship God, man. Alright? Number 9, guys. Another sign of a weak man. Never become this kind of man. God not in your life. God's the sign of a weak man. Never become this kind of type of man. Now, we all have been this type of man. Let's keep it real. When God was not in our life. But when God get in your life, it's going to be a lot of stuff that you're going to go through. Right? Because you got a carnal-like mindset. You're going to have to reap what you sow. No, you're going to do a lot of wrong stuff a lot of times when God ain't in your life. Right? You're going to have to reap what you sow. You know what I'm saying? And until you get that wake-up call. It might be a car accident. Or it might be anything. A heartbreak, anything for God to wake you up. So God can come in your life. Right? When you got God in your life, you really have a strong-minded mind. It's a lot of men out here, they claim that they got God in their life, but they weak. They spiritually weak. It's a lot of pastors, it's a lot of deacons. It's a lot of people in the church that's spiritually weak, but they saying they got God in their life. I don't understand that. They don't know their worth. Right? You know what I'm saying? They don't want to level up. Right? They complaining about stuff. Right? Instead of putting in the work. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of weak men out here, man. Guys got to stop being weak. I'm not saying we. Let me reiterate that. Excuse me, not me, right? Because I'm trying to tell y'all about you got to change your mindset, bro. Like I said, a dominant man that got a dominant mindset, they don't certain things they just not doing. Certain things just not doing. They come with morals and integrity, right? You know what I'm saying? And certain things they're not gonna just sacrifice for. They're not going to sacrifice for a succubus woman, right? They don't value succubus women. They don't value Jezebel women. They don't value these type of women at all. You know what I'm saying? Because they know that they're a complete turn-off, man. They know that. So you guys got to understand that, man. But these are the 9 signs of a weak man. Never become this type of man, man. I'm trying to tell you. You know what I'm saying? I hope y'all got some out of this. I hope it helps you out. Hope that it encourages you. I hope that it enlightens you some sort of way, guys. It's Coleman, man. I'm out, man.